was asked to go over another example of how to graph a linear function, especially when it was a really simple linear function, which sometimes makes them harder because you're not quite recognizing them. This is a function y is equal to x. It is going to be a linear function. And if we're supposed to graph it, just like when we talked about with the other functions, we can start doing that by making a table of values. So I'm going to make a t-table. And I traditionally like to plug in x's. So here I again get to pick whatever I want x to be. So I'm going to let x equal 4 and 0 and -2 because I just feel like letting x equal that. And when we make a table, we get to pick whatever we want for x. We just aren't allowed to randomly complete the pair. So here we're going to let x equal 4. We're going to plug it into this equation they gave us. So instead of saying y is equal to x, we're going to replace that x with the value that we randomly chose of 4. So y equals 4. And then there's no solving or operation to do here because it's a very simple linear equation with no addition or subtraction or multiplication or division. So y is just 4 here. And they happen to match, and that's fine because of the function. And then for the next x value, we're saying again, instead of y equal to x, we're letting x in this function equal 0, so y equal to 0. Again, there's no operation to be done here, so y just equals 0, so we'll write that in our table. And then lastly, I felt like letting x equal -2, so I would say y is equal to, instead of the x, replacing it with -2. And again, still no operation, so we just have an output value of -2. So I get these 3 ordered pairs. As we discussed before in MyLab's math, we're only going to use 2 of those ordered pairs because it does not generally like us to use more than that. So here for a linear equation, you can pick either of these 2 points. It should not matter which 2 you use to graph it. And I'm just going to graph it by hand because I don't have it pulled up. Rough sketch here. Let's just say I felt like using these 2 points. This is the point 4, 4, and the other one is the point 0, 0. So to graph 4, 4, I would have to go to the right 4, 2, 3, 4, and up 4, 2, 3, 4. So about here, a very rough sketch. And to plot 0, 0, I don't go left, right, or up or down. I'm right there at the origin. So I'm right here. 2 points are enough to create a graph, so I would connect those 2 points. If I were doing this by hand on MyLab's math, it'll do it for you. And so your graph should look something like this, and this is what we call the identity function. I hope that helps. Thank you.